Welcome back. So we're going to be speaking today about China Rising, which is the first expansion pack for Battlefield 4. With it comes 5 achievements, air superiority gameplay, as well as 10 assignments, 4 new maps, 5 new weapons, 10 new gadgets, and 2 new vehicles. I'll spend time showcasing all of the maps that are in the new DLC, the first being Dragon Pass. Dragon Pass is a swampy sort of map, which is set in the mainlands of China. It is a reimagined version of the Dragon Valley map from Battlefield 2. Along with a few other things that feature in Battlefield 2, like the L85A1, a new weapon, the L85A2, which is the iron-sighted version of the gun from Battlefield 2, makes an appearance in this DLC as part of the 5 new weapons that you receive. Along with that are the L96A1, which is a bolt-action sniper rifle. It's the British version of the Arctic Warfare rifle, and it's also featured in many of the Battlefield games. The MP7, which is a submachine gun. The MTAR-21, which is a close-quarters combat gun. And the RPK-7M, which is the Russian LMG. All of these weapons are here for you to enjoy whenever you purchase the China Rising DLC. And of course, you can also acquire this through purchasing Premium, which is the smartest way to go about getting your DLC for Battlefield 4. It costs a lot less money in the long run, and you get it all when it comes out, right when it comes out. The next map I'm featuring is the Guen Peak. This map really reminds me of the Vietnam maps in Battlefield Bad Company 2. On this map, D is the most valuable flag, not only because it has the cruise missile, but because you can use the bomber at D. If you can obtain the bomber and keep the bomber, you have a higher chance of winning your round. Another really cool feature about the map is the system of tunnels that run through the middle of it. This is where you will find D. This is also where you'll find most of your firefights and most of your action on the map. Here. You'll find that this is a high-risk area. Be sure that when you're going in for D, that you always have teammates around you. As a matter of fact, always have teammates around you when playing Battlefield 4. This game is much different than Battlefield 3 in that sense. One of the biggest mistakes that I see players making on this game is that they try to play it like Battlefield 3. What I find with this game is that it reminds me more of Bad Company 2 and Battlefield 2. I'm not saying that it plays like those games necessarily. I'm just saying that some of the way the physics work, some of the way that the game moves and things like that, they remind me of those games. I would have to say that out of all of the maps that are in the China Rising DLC, I think I enjoyed this one the most. Because I like the hilly terrain, I like the water, and I like the feeling of the Vietnam Bad Company 2 vibe that it has. And of course, it's never dull in this map at all. There's always an exciting firefight happening. Next on the map list is the Altai Range. This seems to be set in the mountains somewhere in China. I'm assuming China, since it's called China Rising. You'll find that there are a lot of vehicles on this map. Because of this, there's always going to be some sort of tank around the corner or choppers overhead, so be on the lookout for that. This map is very good for all classes to be used very effectively in all sorts of ways. You have hills for snipers, and you have small industrial type areas for close quarters combat. You'll find lots of rocky terrain, as well as lots of open areas to fly around. Much like the other maps that I've shown you, this map also has a bomber, which can be accessed once you've captured flag D. D is a center for infantry combat because it's at the top of the mountain in the center of the map. But once you've captured it, you can have the bomber, as well as spawn jeeps there. But it can easily be attacked from the higher up on the mountain, or from the roads on either side, or from the river below. So be aware of that. flags are all set at small villages scattered across the map, all surrounding the mountain. Also, at the very top of the summit of the mountain, where D is, you will find the weather station. And finally, the last of the 4 maps to show you, Silk Road. This map has an army base which houses the bomber. And with all the large open areas in this map, it's best to stay in vehicles. You'll find military outposts surrounded by the dunes and large mesas all around it, which makes it very easy for snipers to peer inside. Also, this map is featured in the Air Superiority game mode. Air Superiority first debuted on Battlefield in Battlefield 1943. It was actually one of the first styles of gameplay that I played in Battlefield whenever I first bought Battlefield at all. And of course, the only objective of Air Superiority is to eliminate the enemy aircraft and secure the air above the map. Maintain control of it. And the way to do that is to have more of your teammates in the sky than the enemy. And the last thing to show you before we end our time together today, the dirt bike, which is always fun. This one was short-lived. Fear not, I'll see you in the next video.